from RDFZ Xishan School. Welcome back. We are going to review the grammar we learned during the second half term. 各位同学，大家好，我们又见面了。我是来自人大附中西山学校的张小静老师。本讲我们将一起进行期末复习指导的第2课时，情境中的语法运用。Please have a look at the learning objectives. By the end of this period, you will be able to, number 1, apply yes/no questions and WH questions of the simple present tense in contexts. Number 2, describe food with quantity words. 本节课我们将一起复习一般现在时的一般疑问句和特殊疑问句在情境中的使用，以及有关食物数量的表达。Some students complain that their mother cannot understand them. In order to help them get to know their mother well, the head teacher plans to have a class meeting and asks Li Hua to help her make a questionnaire. 同学们有时候会抱怨妈妈不够理解他们，班级将就此开展一次班会。李华制作一个问卷来帮助同学们了解并理解妈妈。Being healthy is quite important, so he designs yes/no questions in the first part to help them know if their mother has breakfast at home, or if she has free time to do sports. Then he plans to ask the following questions. 你妈妈在家吃早饭吗？你妈妈有空余时间做运动吗？ You may find these two questions are asking 做什么什么吗？ The short answers to these questions are usually yes or no, so they are called yes/no questions. In Chinese, 一般疑问句。Please look at the structure. It is used to make yes/no questions. Do or does plus the subject, and then the main verb, and then the other parts. Do is used in front of the first person, I and we, the second person, you, and the third plural person, they. And does is used in front of the third singular person, he, she, and it. Now please read the sample with do. Do I, do we, do you, do they have breakfast at home? The main verb have is the original form. Please read the sample with does. Does he, does she, does it like milk for breakfast? The main verb like is the original verb. Let's follow the structure to make a sentence. Step 1, find out the subject and verb. The subject is your mother, and the verb is eat. Step 2, your mother is the third singular person, so does should be used here. Step 3, please make sure the main verb have should be the original form. And then, finally, don't forget the question mark. Please pay attention to the short answers to the questions, especially the pronoun. For example, your father should be replaced by he. Your mother should be replaced by she. Another point is that yes shows positive meaning and should be matched with do and does. And no shows negative meaning, should be matched with don't and doesn't. Li Hua has finished the first part of the questionnaire. To ask if your mother has breakfast at home or not. Does your mother have breakfast at home? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Then ask if your mother has free time to do sports or not. Does your mother have free time to do sports? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Then, the first part of the questionnaire has been finished using yes, no questions. For part 2, we use 5W1H questions to ask more detailed information about their mother. To know more about their mother's daily life, we use when to ask the time of getting up. Use what to know the things she does. Use who to know the person she takes care of. Use why to know the reason why she stays up late. Use where to know the place she buys food from, and use how to know her feelings. These questions begin with WH question words: who, what, when, where, why, and how. So they are called WH questions and used to ask more detailed information. The structure is quite easy. We just put the question words in front of yes-no questions. Then the second part of the questionnaire is finished. First, to know the time of getting up. Step 1. Make sure the question word is when. Step 2. Make sure the subject is your mother. Step 3. Your mother is the third singular person, so does should be used here. Step 4. The main verb get up should be the original form. Step 5. Put the words in the correct order. The question word when and the yes-no questions. So the sentence should be, when does your mother get up in the morning? Let's see the questions in part 2. When does your mother get up and go to bed? What does your mother do in the morning? Who does your mother take good care of every day? Where does your mother buy fruit and vegetables? Why does your mother stay up late? How does your mother feel these days? Li Hua finishes making the questionnaire. All the students completed. Of all the students, Peter is willing to share the result in the class meeting. Look at the questions and answer. When does your mother get up and go to bed? She gets up at 5:30 and goes to bed at 11:30. Now, please look at